At this point, I'd leave
yeah, okay.
proprietary. Okay, so the
okay.
question.
Yeah, so the question is that if we're starting our own box, what's the right soil to put in there, and how do we ensure the best fertility in our raised bed?
Well, it's best if you find somebody that has a soil that's already mixed up. I've been working with a local soil company, Amerigrow, for 6 to 8 years, I'd say, and over the years I've kind of tweaked, and even in the past year and a half to get what I have today, I've probably changed it a dozen times, just tweaking the different ingredients. And you have different components, like your peat components are absorbent, and then you have to have in there air fires, things like perlite and vermiculite and composted pine bark, something that has bigger to add pore space in there. So by doing that, you add this structure to it and build it to where you don't have just too much water or too much air. You have to have a nice balance within it. And I use Florida peat. I use composted pine bark. Very important. If you use regular pine bark, it'll draw nitrogen from your plants and it'll be a big mess. I use cypress dust. And these are all byproducts of the lumber industry. We're not taking and just going to harvest this stuff. And then I put a little bit of compost that they have out there. And then I amend it with my own things like worm castings, sea kelp, leonardite, coral calcium, and then I'll inoculate it, both biologically and biodynamically. So we'll have different life forces within there and influences to get the soil working properly.
And since this is sort of a cross between a science and an art, and you have a proprietary blend, is this the kind of thing that if people want this kind of soil, will you sell it?
Oh yeah, absolutely. I sell my soil by the bag or by the yard. It's always better to go by the yard because, obviously in bulk you get a tremendous cost savings. So it's best to do it that way.
Great, thank you, Jay.